Listen carefully to me now, my little child, because I have seen the innermost workings of your heart and the quiet screams that reverberate in the middle of the night when no one else is there to hear them except me. I have protected you with greater love than you have ever experienced, and I have walked with you in the dark places you believed you would never make it through. Your eyes have never shed a tear that my hands were unable to capture. I've counted them all, and if you keep your eyes on me, I'll transform them into streams of happiness. I am aware that you have inner voices telling you that you are insufficient, that your previous transgressions will consume you, that your strained relationships will define you, and that you will experience more suffering in the future. Now, however, I tell you to raise your head, because I have already shattered the bonds you are afraid of. The storm has already been ordered to stop. While you were still struggling for semblances of hope, I had already announced your liberation. Rebuilding what life has destroyed is something the Lord, who created the mountains and placated the oceans, I'm more than capable of doing. I am aware that you have dreaded sorrow, betrayal, and abandonment. People you trusted have walked away from you, as if you were disposable. Hear me out, though. I am not like them. I never fail to fulfill my promises. When you disappoint me, I stay. I don't give up on forever when I call you and you are mine, my darling kid. Archangel Michael continues to watch over your life, his sword out against all the evil forces that have attempted to shatter you. He was sent to protect you, to thwart the enemy's schemes, and to keep you safe. While you rest in my promises, you have protection. You're not the only one out here, using your bare hands to battle monsters. Because you bear my name, you are surrounded by celestial troops. Your tranquility is at danger, because there will be those who misinterpret you, misrepresent your words, and betray your confidence. The adversary will sometimes try to spread false information about your value, your future, or your romantic history. However, let this to become ingrained in your soul. I will not tolerate the enemy mocking the person I fought for, and any threat against you is a danger against me. I can understand your need for genuine love, a partnership that doesn't deplete, hurt, or diminish you. You want to be seen, chosen, loved, and kept safe. And with good reason I made you want it. I made you to connect, however. While I am still preparing what is holy for you, don't pursue fake relationships. You will join a relationship that will make sense of all the heartbreaks you have endured. But you have to have faith in me to know when it is right. A person who talks sweetly but starves your soul should not be rushed into your arms. Never give up your calm for meaningless assurances. Don't give up your value. To someone who doesn't recognize how valuable you are, I am constructing you for something holy. A marriage that, because it was created in my will withstand the force of storms and remain strong. Type 1, trust you, Jesus. If you think this, let this moment serve as your proclamation that you will not settle, that you will not succumb to loneliness, and that you will not take anything less than what I have spoken to you. I want you to believe that anything I withhold is free, your protection rather than punishment. I want you to believe that God is behind every delay. I want you to have faith that the quiet in your life is not a sign of my absence, but rather of my readiness. I will break up certain connections because they suddenly undermine your goals. I'll turn down certain possibilities since they'll turn you away from me. You may not always understand at first, but you will eventually realize that it was kindness that did not answer that request. There are doors that I will shut that you pleaded with me to open. Every no, not yet, and redirection that kept you on sacred ground will be repaid by you. My child, walk boldly in faith and love. With your super thanksgiving, let the truth of my word reach those who long for the light. Join me in this divine mission to heal and uplift. Click on the super thanksgiving button and be enveloped in my grace now. And listen to this message further. From person to person, fear to fear, and hurt to wound is what the adversary wants you to do. He wants you to accept shackles under the pretext of romance because you are so anxious to be loved. However, I want you to be complete and healed in me, so that you will no longer mistake a prison for a secure haven. Because you will know me, you will understand true love, and you will never again accept imitation. Because you will know me, it's not difficult to adore you. You're not too much, you are not irreparably damaged. Cheap love, covert partnerships, and spoken falsehoods and flimsy pledges are not worth your covenant. The kind of love that says, I am here for the battle, for the blessing, for the in-between is something to our worth. What I am writing for you is this. Let me first cure the things that keep you attracted to the things that hurt you. Allow me to quiet those who advise you that it's better to be alone than to be let down once again. Allow me to demonstrate that my intention is to protect rather than to withhold, that my advice to wait is not a kind of punishment, but rather a preservation. You are still surrounded by a barrier of heavenly fire that the adversary cannot penetrate, and our angel Michael is still standing over you, fighting for you. He cancels betrayals before they reach you, and blocks traps before you walk in them. You are valuable to me, which is why I sent him to stand beside you. So dear, take a deep breath. I'm not scared of your sadness. So feel free to cry if you need to. Your wounds don't disgust me. Your inquiries don't bore me. I am stronger than your anxieties, nicer than your doubt anticipates, and closer than your breath. I'm present, and I won't abandon you in a state of partial recovery. You don't need to struggle to get my attention. You've got it. My love doesn't have to be earned by you. You've had it already. You don't need to plead with me to remain. I've never intended to go. I guarantee you won't be burned, but I don't promise you won't ever walk through fire. Not that you won't ever be deceived, but the betrayal won't ruin you, is what I vow. I guarantee that every tear will be repaid, not that you won't ever weep again. Type 1. I'm protected by Jesus. If you think this is true, if you can say it aloud, because your faith-filled declaration will reverberate across the spiritual world, shattering any falsehood that has attempted to hold you back. My darling, this is only the beginning of what I have in store for you. I want to speak to your soul so much more. I have not yet finished speaking life into you, so remain here with me. Keep your heart open and pay attention to what I have to say. And I want you to understand this very clearly as you sit with me right now. Your tale is not trapped. There is no denying what seems to be delayed. Even the seemingly insurmountable is within my grasp. I am the God who transforms graves into gardens, opens wounds that man has labeled sterile, and separates oceans that no army can traverse. I'm not afraid of anything regarding your circumstances. Not your uncertainties, not your errors, not the habits you're embarrassed of. It is I that interrupts cycles. It is I who summons lifeless bones to rise and breathe. Once again, you can think that too many years have been squandered on the wrong people, on draining investments, and on false beliefs that have influenced your self-perception. However, I'm still revising what you believed to be a waste. Time is being redeemed by me. I'm becoming stronger again. They labeled you worthless, unlovable, and too damaged to be chosen. And I'm removing those labels. I'm ripping them off and renaming you beloved. Redeemed mine, return to me. Whenever you're feeling anxious, afraid that you'll be abandoned, that you won't find a lasting relationship, or that you won't be able to start the family you've always wanted, place your hand in mine. I am capable of guiding you through the unknown, the dark and the valleys, where it was believed you would never make it. Perfect conditions are not necessary for me to do flawless job on you. All I need is your yes. The adversary will attempt to remind you of all the times you were when your heart screams for someone to hold it tenderly rather than shatter it. During such times, keep in mind that Archangel Michael is engaged in both visible and invisible fights. He is a powerful defender who will keep misleading information out of my fence of protection surrounding you, standing at the doorway of your future interactions. Therefore protect your heart without hardening it. When my spirit says not them, believe him, pay attention when I suggest to wait. When I say be still, stay. When I say it's time, move. When you walk with me, you won't miss what I have in store for you. You won't be too late to get what has been written for you from the start. My timing is never thoughtless or unkind. I am aware of when to provide the appropriate blessing, the right person, and the proper door. And when I do it will be wrapped in my tranquility rather than your fear. I understand how you feel unworthy of receiving profound love, and how you question if you're too complex, damaged, or defensive to be understood. However, I see the aspects of you that others don't see, like your devoted heart, your capacity for forgiveness, and your private prayers for those who have wronged you. I can understand how you bear your own agony, while hoping that everyone else would get well. I recognize you, and you are not too much. I assure you, you are ferocious, gentle, clever, courageous, breakable but never destroyed, exactly the qualities I created you to be. The person I bring to stand by your side will enhance your calling rather than take it on. When you shine, they won't shrink. When life becomes tough, they won't run. When your own strength fades, they will raise your arms in prayer and clasp your hand. They will protect your heart, speak life over your aspirations, and remind you of your identity when you lose it. This is covenant love to damaged people bound together by a flawless promise, not perfect individuals. You are already loved, so don't waste your time trying to prove it, so that you're prepared to accept that commitment without worrying about breaking it, and them being all I've called you to be. Allow me to mend the things that drive good love away. Allow me to soothe the anxieties that tell you that you will lose what you acquire. Allow me to firmly ground you in my love, so that you won't ever again feel the need to plead with someone to remain. Type 1. Welcome your flawless plan, Jesus. If you think I am preparing anything holy for you today, let's make that your deal. Heaven is working for you even if you can't see it now. Angels are positioned all over your future house, offspring, and legacy. Your name is surrounded and by a shield of fire. Your tale will not be written by darkness. I won't lie to you, there will still be hardships. There will be days when you question if you heard me correctly, whether you're destined to live alone, or whether your heart is too fragile for another person to handle. But say my name at such times. Keep in mind who is in charge of your future. While you sleep, keep in mind who gives Archangel Michael the order to fight for you at your best and worst. Never forget who has always loved you. I still feel the same way. Say about you additionally, don't grieve over relationships that weren't intended for our you any longer than absolutely necessary. For the correct link to stand, some must break in order to identify real love. Some loves must end, I know it will hurt. I am close to the broken-hearted. However, I assure you I bandage their injuries. I don't leave you bleeding aimlessly. Even sadness is a seed that I can grow into a strong, wise and compassionate garden. And keep in mind that I hold time. When the adversary whisper, "Is that you're running out of time?" I don't feel hurried under pressure or nervous. Deadlines don't intimidate me. I submit to my own flawless will, which declares that you are not forgotten, late or abandoned. For what I am creating in you, you are just where I need you to be. So my kid, take another breath, look up. Keep your heart kind and your hands open. Have faith that Archangel Michael and the heavenly troops are still around you, protecting you from whatever danger the adversary may be secretly preparing. No curse can destroy what I bless. No falsehood can ruin what I say. No man can take away what I have united. There is yet more to your tale. There is yet hope for your heart. Your past does not have to define your future. If you stay focused on me, I will guide you toward lasting purpose, friendships, and healing love. I'm not done yet. So stay with me as you continue to read these words. My darling, let every aspect of you to lean in closer. For I am here and not far away, closer than your breath and woven into every pulse that still feels that there is more for you than the suffering you have endured. I am the Redeemer, who raises you up when life attempts to bury you alive, the Father who defends when others accuse, and the friend who remains when others flee. I am not the aloof God they warned you to dread. I am the one who is fully aware of your current situation, including your private struggles, your quiet prayers, and your unspoken doubts about whether you can ever feel completely secure in this world. Your love and support mean everything to us as we continue sharing God's message of hope, faith, and blessings. If this message has touched your heart, we humbly invite you to show your gratitude by giving at least $120. Super thanks are your choice each month. Whoever can give super thanks, please give as much as possible. And whoever cannot, please try to read this message completely. Your generosity helps us create more uplifting content that inspires souls and brings people closer to God. By clicking the Super Thanks button below, you're not just supporting our work, you're becoming a part of this divine mission to spread God's love to those who need it most. Thank you for your kindness. Stay blessed, stay joyful, and may God's grace always be with you. I want you to realize something more profound than you have ever known. My love for you is unwavering. Failure does not cause it to bend when you question it. It doesn't flicker. When you become weary and wonder whether I'm still pain, attention, it doesn't go away. I am the same now as I was yesterday, and I will always be the same way about you. When you wandered off, in search of a love that could never replace mine, it was patient enough to wait for you through every season, strong enough to withstand the pain of a cross, and powerful enough to silence hell itself. I can see how you made a concerted effort to project a brave front while your heart was breaking on the inside. Even though you have waged mental wars that would have destroyed others, you continue to look for me today, in the hopes that perhaps, just perhaps, I haven't given up on you. Listen, I never stopped trying to help you. It never even occurred to me I am still here, arms wide open, asking you to rest in a love that cannot be undone by your flaws, even if I am aware of every wound, secret and embarrassing thing you wish you could forget. You will eventually look back and see how I shield. Did you in ways you were unaware of at the time? Those friendships that ended abruptly, you felt like you'd done something wrong. But I was cutting off individuals who, if they had remained, would have undermined your goals. You believed that your rejection from that job indicated you weren't good enough, but I was creating space for something better that wouldn't break your heart. You believed you had lost your opportunity at love in that relationship that ended, but I was protecting your heart for something holy that you aren't even yet able to comprehend. I told Archangel Michael to stand in the gap so you never even saw the traps the enemies laid for you. None of the curses spoken in talks, you didn't hear the words shouted over you, or the schemes hatched in the shadows to rob you of your hope, were able to get past the barrier I've put around your life. Michael has fought for you when you were sleeping, working and crying. He has repelled betrayals that are intended to permanently damage your soul, uncertainty that is intended to shatter your faith, and nightmares that are intended to rob you of your calm. You don't realize how protected you are. I'm inviting you to rise from the ashes of the past, right now. Give up lamenting the things that passed away, and I weren't supposed to be with you forever. Give up glancing back at the doors I shut for you. They weren't your home, so stop questioning why they left, why they lied, and why they couldn't remain. Your home is me, your constant is me. Your safe haven is me. This truth that you are mine is the foundation for all the blessings I provide. You have been looking for a sense of belonging in broken places among people who are incapable of understanding your depth, in familiar surroundings that limit you, and in routines that make you feel numb. But not better. Not anymore. Now I'm calling you higher. Please have faith that I will replace what I take away with something that cannot be shaken. I'm pleading with you to have faith that I will double in the spirit what you lose in the real, in obedience to me. You won't abandon everything and end up with nothing. In the days to come, you'll want to go back to what was familiar, even if it was poisonous. The fear of the unknown will make you want to battle with suffering that you know well. However, I can assure you that I am already standing in the days you are afraid of. The doors you're too scared to knock on are already in my grasp. I'm already speaking to the hearts you don't yet know, the ones that will love you without conditions, who will call forth your purpose rather than compete with it, even in fields you haven't yet entered. I am already planting seeds. Don't allow the adversary to persuade you to hold on to what I'm cutting off in order to undermine what I'm constructing. Don't let him have a stronghold in your thoughts. Remind yourself of this fact whenever fear tells you that you're too old, too late to broken, or too far gone. I belong to Jesus, and He completes what He begins. Type I belong to Jesus. If you believe that this is your line in the sand, your future will not be determined by fear. Listen, dear, you're not living for yourself alone. I'm changing you on a generational level. Curses will be lifted from your family line, thanks to the mending I am doing in your heart. Your children and your children's children will be set free by the forgiveness I am teaching you. Your bravery in leaving behind what is unholy will pave the road for others to follow in your footsteps and achieve freedom. There is no waste, nothing happens at random. I utilize every tear, every scar, every hurt you may question, why you had to go through so much heartache, why you love those who were incapable of loving you in return. For those that merely desired what you could do for them, you gave it your all. I hear the questions that sometimes keep you up at night. I respond to them by saying that whatever you provided out of love was in vain. I witnessed it, I kept it. I'll pay you back in ways you can't imagine. I am boosting your blessings for each instance in which you remained compassionate when you might have been frigid. I'm releasing favors for each time you showed forgiveness when you might have cursed. I'm putting oil on your head and referring to you as blessed for each time you remained soft while life urged you to become harder. It's not too late to find love, casting love for dreams you buried. It's not too late. It's still possible for you to fulfill all of my dreams. When I created you, no force of darkness can stop me from opening the doors. And you are exactly on time for what I am about to do. Not your errors, not your age, not your history, not other people's thoughts. Any voice that says you don't qualify is overruled by my favor. I am aware that there are moments when you feel invisible, that your sacrifices are ignored, that your prayers seem to be in vain, and that your good intentions are disregarded, while others seem to be blessed. But listen to me, I'm not unfair. I'm not blind, I'm not disregarding you. I have been preserving your tears like valuable gems, and gathering your prayers like rich oil. Every lie that said it would never happen will be silenced when I pour it all back over your life in a wave of goodness at the right time. My perfect time. You have experienced mental struggles that you are unable to articulate, such as bewilderment, despair, and an unexpected, incomprehensible weight. It's more than just your imagination. Your fate has been the subject of a conflict, but you're not fighting it alone. Not this one. Archangel Michael continues to say over you as he stands at the front lines, sword poised and flame scorching. Not when I'm watching and because I sent him. I respect his task, he never loses a fight. So keep this in mind. When you're tired and I want to give up, I'm not asking you to fight by yourself. I want you to get up when it doesn't make sense. Stand when your emotions fail you. Take a stand when your faith seems little. Stand and I'll fight for you. Since that's all I can do, I'll put an end to the storms. The titans will be crushed by me. The bonds will be broken by me. I'll defend what's mine, and believe me, when it comes to that relationship, you still long for the one you can't let go of. In your thoughts, they would have remained if they were supposed to. They would have known how to show you the kind of love you deserve. If that was their intention, give it to me. You're weary of lugging the pieces, so let me hold them. Allow me to mend the memories that keep coming back to you. Like old scars, you are becoming free to accept what is true, sacred, and secure. You are not losing love. The cycle won't happen again. You won't continue to draw the same suffering. You won't have the same anxiety. The tale is being rewritten by me. The patterns that keep you trapped are being eliminated by me in order for the fruit to be fresh. I am cleaning the root in my hands. What seemed impossible would be easy. Have faith that I am curing you for the benefit of everyone who will benefit from your testimony, not just for yourself. People are waiting to hear how you defeated the thing that was supposed to destroy you. People's lives are waiting to see that someone like you, imperfect but loyal, worn out but eager, broken but chosen, may bear my glory. When you open your mouth and say, "Look what Jesus did for me," some hearts will find hope. They will also think that I can help them. So dear, keep your head up. You are reserved. You are not rejected. You are concealed, awaiting the appropriate time. You are not forgotten. You are protected by an unending love. Therefore you are not unloved. And when it's time, I'll reveal you, so that everyone may see what I've been working on behind closed doors. Type, "My story is in your hands, Jesus." If you think this is true, allow it to resonate in your soul. Fear is no longer a factor here. Remain near me, don't lose your heart. Don't stop listening, don't give up. Rest in the knowledge that I have gone before you, that I am by your side, and that I will see you through every adversity that lies ahead, my dear, because I will personally guide it to your door. What is intended for you will find you. I hold tomorrow, so don't be afraid. I have redeemed yesterday, so don't hold on to it. Proceed with bravery, for my love is like a shield around you. The soldiers of heaven are always on alert. You are completely known, cherished, and mine forever. And this is only the start. Please subscribe to support our channel and turn on bell notification